meaning kept them alive. Without it, people gave up. And that's the real threat of AI. It's not that machines become so powerful they destroy us. It's that we outsource so much of ourselves, of what makes us human, that we destroy ourselves, that we make ourselves obsolete. If AI is doing everything, all the thinking, all the problem solving, and a lot of the creativity, what's left for us, right? That's the new question. What's a human for? What do we need to be good at? What gives us purpose? And some people say, well, that's great. We'll finally have time to relax, read all those books, garden, travel. And, I love a good garden as much as anybody. But we know what happens when people retire with nothing meaningful to do. A Harvard study found that retirees without purpose were 2.4 times more likely to die sooner than those who stayed active and engaged. So even if we have this great utopia where there's no more jobs and we get UBI or UHI, universal basic or universal high income, if there's nothing left for us to meaningfully do, we know what that looks like, right? History shows us that at scale, the Romans, when they had everything, they had the bathhouses, the feasts, entertainment on demand. They lost the discipline, they lost the purpose that built their empire. Their leaders slipped into decadence, and the whole thing collapsed, not from being conquered. It collapsed from a lack of real challenge, from a lack of real meaning. And the bottom line is, if we have all this free time, there's only so much organic squash and robot sex you could have before you start asking what the point is, right? And that's why I wrote this book, A Whole New Human, 10 Ways We Must Evolve to Survive and Thrive in the AI Age. It's not against tech, it's pro-human. If I was running for president or for a new precedent, my slogan would be make humans great again. And that's really the opportunity. We are at a great existential crisis and inflection point where we have to understand that what's happening now is designed to replace humans. Almost everything humans have done, but there's something in us that's irreplaceable. And so it's also an opportunity. What used to be a nice to have, go to Esalen for a retreat, go to Omega Institute, do your yoga, your meditation practice as like a thing you do kind of, and then the rest of your life is just everyday business. That's going to have to become front and center again, like the ancient mystery schools, like the initiates, like where the most important thing is going to be knowing ourselves and being able to really know what moves us, what drives us, what matters to us, what we value most, what makes us singular, what makes us necessary. And that's what I've been helping people discover for 25 years, is what is it about you that's irreplaceable, that's undeniable, that's so good nobody can ignore it? And how do you discover that, develop that, and embed that life code into your work, into your creativity, into your relationships, into everything? And when you do that, there's no competition anymore, right? You are one of one. And we haven't had to really figure that out in this world where humans have been doing a lot of what machines can do, but now it is a matter of survival and ultimate thriving that we must know ourselves. We must figure it out, right? That's what humans are built for. They're built for meaning and purpose. We need to matter. We need to feel like we make a difference. And if we hand it over to machines, we're not freeing ourselves. We're making ourselves obsolete. But we can use machines. We can use AI to know ourselves better. And I talk about that in each chapter, each evolution. It's what the challenge is. AI will think for us. We have to think for ourselves. Robots will replace us. We have to discover what makes us irreplaceable. AI will weaponize intimacy. We need to upgrade our hardware. And by the way, if you do get this book, you can get it anywhere books are sold. But I built an AI evolution coach and a focus coach that's embedded with years and years of my work and my teaching and coaching hundreds of thousands of people around the world, including Fortune 500 execs and Oscar and Emmy winners and coaches, teachers, authors, mission-centered entrepreneurs, creators, etc. I've embedded that knowledge and those best practices, strategies into this so that you can talk to it and it will help you know where you are, with your life, with your work, with your wealth, and what you need to do or stop doing to position yourself to become irreplaceable, to future proof your life, your wealth, your work, and your well being in this age of AI and this age of disruption. And you can go to DerekRydall.com if you are interested. I'll just put that there. And then there'll be on the homepage, you just click to go get the book. It'll take you to the book page. And when you get the book and you fill out the information, I'm going to give you instant access to these AI coaches. It'll be like having me in your pocket 24/7. So, and by the way, for anybody here, you can comment, ask questions. I'm doing these live now for a while because I want to be able to engage, because really one of the most important new currencies of the future is community, authenticity, community, and your deepest humanity. Other than chips, energy, and a lot of money, the future currency is authenticity, community, real humanity, the things that only humans can do. So I want to engage with you more. If you're in my community already of hundreds of thousands of people, we've been engaging in a more private way, and I want to open this up more to the public and also help my community find me on YouTube, because my community doesn't know I even have a YouTube channel. I haven't focused a lot on this domain. So please comment, share, engage, ask your questions, take advantage of this opportunity so that you can get some real support and position yourself for this inflection point. It's also one of the greatest opportunities we'll ever have in our lifetime. If you're a coach, a teacher, an author, a creator, an entrepreneur, etc., millions, if not billions of people are going to be scrambling, desperate, looking for answers, looking for help and healing and entertainment that truly inspires, etc. And it's during these times, these great crises, that the greatest new change makers rise. If you look back at COVID and you look now, you'll see that the people that started to rise up during COVID are the new thought leaders, the biggest podcasts, TV shows, YouTube channels, books, artists, you name it. That's always what happens. And so this is an evolutionary inflection point. Let there be no doubt about it. We're actually in an apocalypse, which means the lid has come off and what was hidden is being revealed. All the secrets are coming out. Can anybody say Epstein, right? JFK, UFOs, Epstein, it's all coming to the surface, which is good and bad. It's good because we're starting to get more transparency. It's a challenge because the truth will set you free, but first it will scare the crap out of you and piss you off and annihilate you, but then you'll be free, right? Freedom is just another name for nothing left to lose. It's not all it's cracked up to be. We absolutely want it, but we have to understand there is a cost for real freedom, for real agency. And that cost is we have to know ourselves. And that's the first foundation. We have to learn to think for ourselves. In other words, otherwise, somebody or something else is going to be thinking for us. And so I lay this out in the book that AI will think for you and you have to think for yourself.